Hello universe, it's Gypsy. Thank you so much for visiting my channel. This is my weekly palette series called Pan That Palette of the Week. In this series of videos, I've been reaching into my palette collection, selecting one palette for the week to play along with the other projects that I'm panning. I don't expect to pan these palettes out in a week. I'm just getting reach and touch on an extensive collection. Last week, I played with and reached into my Morphe Jaclyn Hill palette. I'd not used this palette before, so I didn't really have any type of first impression on it. I will tell you that I enjoyed the palette. I reached mostly into the frosts to complement the palettes that I've been working on panning for the year, the Pan as Old as Time and Throwback 30. Those are the two projects that have my eyeshadows in them. I especially enjoyed the reddish, maroonish colors, but I also enjoyed the golds and this brownish silver. I didn't think it had a lot of fallout. It didn't crease. It did stay on all day at work. The temperatures are dropped, so I'm not getting overheated on my commute home like I was during the summer. But still, I feel like it got really good. It gave really good performance, and I'm pleased with it, and I'm glad that I got to reach into it. This week's palette is the Morphe Dare to Create 39A eyeshadow palette. Mine is black cardboard. I know some of those are plastic. It's got the clear sheet with the names on it, and this is what it looks like. A lot of colors that I definitely feel like I'll reach for. These larger pans actually look like, it says 39 shades. They almost look like face powders, but it doesn't say that on back, or cheek colors. Almost this row across almost looks big enough to be cheek colors. I'm going to assume that this is a complete eyeshadow palette. A lot of the colors, honestly, in here remind me of the Jaclyn Hill that I'm rotating out. I'm looking at this gold in the corner, this peach. The frost blue wasn't in that palette. I didn't see anything like it. There are mattes and frosts in this palette, so I should have plenty to work with to complement the projects that I'm working on. And I felt like I did with the Jaclyn Hill too. In fact, with only 7 days of play, I almost felt like I needed to play with it a little bit longer. And I think I would have enjoyed it more had I gotten to play with it longer. It's almost like it was hard to decide what to do, what to pick to reach into this week, what to play with. I kind of left that quadrant alone because it was just mattes, and I mostly reached into the frosts. Guys, thank you so much for visiting my channel. If you're a subscriber, hey y'all, welcome back. If you're new and you're just swinging by for the first time, it's good to meet you. I hope to see you again in a week. I'll give you a review on my Morphe palette, and I'll roll in the next palette out of my collection. I did a count, and I'm about at 50 now, and I've got a total of maybe 73 or 74 palettes, so I still have a long way to go before I will have reached into all of my palettes at least once, at least 1 week out of the year, while I work on my panning projects. Thank you again for stopping by. Toodaloo.